What's up everyone, Vu of Envu Films, back with another video, and it's been a while since I've done like a talking head video, but today I am reviewing a new microphone that has just been released, I think either today or whatever. It is the Kamika VM40. Now, what is so special about this new VM40 shotgun mic? Well, a couple years back, Kamika released the VM30. It was the first, maybe the only one, I don't know, but it's the first shotgun mic that was wireless, meaning the shotgun mic itself was a transmitter and it comes with a receiver that you could put on top of your camera, plug it into microphone jack on your camera, and you could use this wireless shotgun mic, or you could plug it into like a recorder, whatever it is you want to do, and you don't have to tether your mic to any recorder. It was no different than like any of these other wireless mics that you see these days, where you could clip it on here and it's a wireless microphone that transmits the audio to your camera with the receiver. As you can see here, I am using the VM40, typical shotgun mic form factor. I have the mic in frame, so now I am a true YouTube douchebag trash tube doucher, with a rod pointing at my mouth, looking like I am about to go vote for Kamala Harris. With that said, the Kamika VM40 is obviously the newer mic. It's a better mic than the VM30. And what makes it better? Well, the most important thing that makes the VM40 better than the VM30, and probably better than most other shotgun mics out there, you can record to the mic internally. The microphone itself is a recorder, okay? So not only can it wirelessly transmit audio to the receiver, and your camera is getting the audio directly, wirelessly, you can record into the mic itself. So I could actually just not even have, receiver connected to the camera. I could just hit record right on the mic itself and then just record audio. But even more than that is that it records 32-bit float audio. If those of you who don't know what the hell 32-bit float is, basically most recorders are like 16-bit or 24-bit. And if someone screams into the mic really loudly and you aren't prepared for it, and you didn't set your gain or whatever to compensate for the loud ass douchebag yelling, your audio would be clipped like most toenails at the local Vietnamese nail salon. If you're a photographer douchebag, you should know what raw photo is. And so raw photo is obviously when you shoot, or you shoot 10-bit video, enables you to have more dynamic range in your shot, so you have more room to adjust shadows and the highlights, and it prevents the shadows from being crushed or the highlights being clipped. 32-bit float does the same thing with audio. It just gives you more room, top and bottom, to adjust. If someone talks too softly or someone is speaking too loudly, you will not lose the quality of the audio. That's what 32-bit float is. Now, it is not completely foolproof. The microphone itself may not be able to handle the loud yelling. So if that happens, it doesn't matter what kind of bit rate you have, you are going to be blown out. So why is this important? Well, if you are a filmmaker of any kind, let's say you're filming a wedding or a corporate shoot, you could tape this mic to the microphone, like at a wedding, for the officiant or something up front, where they have like one of those stands, and you could record really good audio directly from the mic, and it transmits that audio to your camera. And of course, if there's a bunch of D-bags out there, guests with their cell phones on Bluetooth or whatever, or the DJ might have some wireless mic system that might interfere with your connection, that you could hit the record button on the microphone itself, and you record internal audio, eliminating any risk of getting your wireless connection getting jacked up. Also, obviously, when you are filming interviews or what have you, you can set this microphone over the top, record directly to your camera without any cables attached to it, and also, just in case, you can just record directly into the microphone itself. On top of that, the microphone, I believe the microphone has like 32 gigabytes of storage, so you could save a shit ton of audio onto the microphone. The microphone also has its own gain control, so you can adjust the gain at the back of the microphone up to from 0 to 9 or 0 to 10 or whatever, and you can control gain like that. So to be quite honest with you, the microphone itself, even if it wasn't a wireless mic, is extremely valuable, because a lot of times pretty much any shotgun mic that you have, any boom mic, whatever, you're gonna have to connect that thing to a recorder to record the audio. It's just an extra thing with cables and all that stuff that you have to manage. Some mics need phantom power, some mics need AAA battery, whatever, installed, or AA batteries. This mic has a built-in battery that you could recharge, just like the older VM30 via USB-C. And if for some reason you forgot to charge it the day before the shoot or whatever, you can actually charge it and use it at the same time. Meaning you could attach a battery brick to it, plug it into a wall while it's charging, and you could still use the mic as intended. The mic has a bunch of different modes. It has 2 levels of noise cancellation when being recorded into the transmitter. I believe the transmitter is what does the noise cancellation. I don't think you could do noise cancellation directly on the mic itself, but the mic itself does have high frequency. It has low cut. It has a high frequency boost enabled, and I believe that would be better for voiceovers or vocals. So that's what I have on right now. I have high frequency boost and low cut, because I am holding the mic with my hand. Low cut helps remove a lot of those bumps as I'm driving and stuff like that, and hopefully the high frequency boost is making my voice more clear instead of muffled. So alright, so now I'm in my backyard, obviously outdoors, windy, there's a lot of other noises, crickets, birds, leaves blowing, what have you. So this is a good way for us to test the sound of this Kamika VM40 outside with a bunch of random noises going on. And just to show you how directional it is, right now it is pointing at my mouth, and I'm going to slowly turn it to the side, and then you could see how much directionality that affects the audio. And I'm going to turn, now it's facing completely opposite of me, so you could get a sense of what it sounds like if you're filming someone else. And then now I'm going to turn it back all the way around to my mouth. And as you can see, it does come with this massive furry wind protector. Some people call it a dead cat. Sometimes I call it a collection of 10 Chinese men's pubic hairs, all glued together to create this Guinness Book of World Record, the largest collection of old Chinese man pubes on the planet. I hope that is not actually the case, because it's, again, all up close to my mouth, making me look like I'm voting for Kamala. And as you can hear, a dang helicopter is flying above. You could hear that sound, I don't know. But since we're here, I might as well start testing how the wireless connection is. So again, I don't know exact specs, I'll put it right here. I'm gonna just walk back a little bit, see if the audio sticks. If it cuts off, it cuts off. Again, I don't really care, because this thing has internal recording, 32-bit float, which I have turned on. So even if I walk over there, the audio cuts out, doesn't freaking matter. But I'll do that anyway, just because some of you douchebags watching this video is going to want to know. So I'm going to just walk back there. If it cuts off, it cuts off. And if it does cut off in post, I'll make sure that I put the 32-bit float audio on and let you know what happened. Just make sure nothing is missed based on what I'm saying if it cuts off. So currently in my backyard, I'm just start walking back. I don't know, this is probably like 30 feet right here. I mean, this might be like 60 feet or something. I don't know if the audio has cut off. But now I'm gonna just start walking back because I'm gonna start going into my neighbor's yard. And I don't want the police called on me for such a stupid reason as making YouTube douchebag content in my backyard, thinking I'm some cinematographer. So now we're back, and yeah, did the audio cut off? I don't know. We'll see in post. But I don't know why anyone would need more than that amount of distance for wireless transmission. I don't know what kind of content you're making, but in my opinion, just, you know, this is probably enough for me in terms of like distance of wireless transmission. I don't know why you would need 250 feet for, but that is neither here nor there. It's none of my business what you all do. And that is that. If you are currently looking for a shotgun microphone, I would look no further than this VM40, because to be quite honest with you, you might as well just have this mic. You could record internally 32-bit float, like 32 gigabytes of storage directly into the mic. I don't even know why you would want to connect a separate recorder. You could record an extra source of audio through the receiver, but that's only 16 to 24-bit float. So might as well just use this mic as the shotgun plus the recorder itself. Like, there's no need to buy anything extra. I mean, if let's say you already have one of these mics at home, if you want to have the same capability as this microphone itself, you would actually need to attach like a separate 32-bit float audio recorder. Let's say one of those like DJI mics with 32-bit float or Rode or something, connected with a cable. So now you have cable dangling around with it. I mean, if I take off this wind muff, hopefully it's not gonna get all windy, but this is all you need. And this thing is giving you direction. This thing is giving you a direct audio, and it is recording inside the microphone itself. This is sick. As far as I'm concerned, no other company is doing this. And from my test, which has been for the past month or so, if you look back, all of those videos that I have filmed, I used this microphone to do the audio recording for the narration. So that's just directly recorded into the mic, and then I just edit it in post or whatever. But I've been using this mic for all of those videos, like going back the past month. So yeah, Kamika sent me this mic for sure, but just based on my use of it, based on my testing, I highly recommend this mic if you are looking to buy a new shotgun mic. Without a doubt. It might be more expensive. I don't know the exact price yet. Just the fact that it could record internally 32-bit float makes it completely worth it. Sound quality, like the sound quality from it, again, to me it sounds great. And you know, each mic that you buy, there will be some slight differences in the way it sounds. Again, it's also subjective, and of course it's editable. You could always edit the sound to sound more bassy, you know, emphasize the highs, the lows, whatever. You could do all that in post if you want. And you know, just for like documentary filmmaking, it's just good to be able to set this mic anywhere without any limitations with cables and wiring. Like you know, you could have someone holding the boom and there's nothing tethered. It's just completely wireless. And if you have concerns about the connection, you know it's going to be recording 32-bit directly. And then of course, if you're concerned about storage, maybe during your break, you could just go ahead and back up the foot. You could maybe during a break period, back up the audio into a hard drive, clear everything out, and continue recording the rest of the day. I'm not gonna lie, if you are a filmmaker of any kind, content creator, this mic is a no-brainer. And again, right now it is windy. The wind is blowing. I'm gonna take off. Now I'm gonna put it back on. It looks like 10 Chinese men's hairy pubic hairs do have some good wind blocking abilities. If I were to say any negatives about this mic, it would be maybe some of the UI of it. There's like some things that you have to do, you kind of have to remember to do, or you're gonna have to go look into the manual if you haven't used it in a while. For example, if you want to get files out of this microphone, you gotta like hold down 2 buttons or something like that until it says file mode, and then you could plug it into your computer to gain the files. If I didn't have the manual, I would not have been able to figure that out. And let's say I haven't used this mic in like 4 months, and I use it again, and then I try to, get the files out of it, I might have forgotten how to turn this thing on into file mode. So there's little knickknacks like that that's kind of annoying. I wish there was a separate button or something more simple, because unfortunately there's a lot of these things that you kind of have to rely on your memory, and if you're using different kinds of mics all the time, that might be a problem. And that's my one nitpick about the mic. Other than that, this thing is awesome. With that said, guys, links are in the description below if you're interested in buying. Again, Kamika sent me this mic, okay, for free in exchange for a review. And I'll tell you this right now, if this mic was trash, you would not even see this video. If a company sends me something and I don't like it, I don't make a video on it. I will only review something if I think it's a good product. I would only recommend something if I use it myself or I think it's a good product. I've been using this microphone for the past month and a half, and I'm going to continue to use it because this thing is absolutely sick. That's it. With that said, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Until next time, lighten up. This shotgun mic is a Kamika VM40. It is actually completely wireless. It transmits audio to this receiver, which you can connect to any audio recorder or your camera to record the audio. Not only does it have an internal rechargeable battery, it also has internal 32 gigabytes of memory to record 32-bit float audio directly into the microphone. Oh my god, you don't need to buy that trat. You can connect any microphone to a recorder, no problem. Bro, look at the convenience of this microphone. No cables or anything dangling off of it. Let me show you.
Why are you gay?
No, man, I'm not gay.
Are you Mr. or?
I am a guy. I like the girl.
You are gay.